Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do? You know what
What's
I'm
up,
saying?
everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental podcast,
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. So we doing a special episode where we're just going to talk about we're going to do reviews on TV and movies that we watched this past week. So let's start off with this BMF. And as I told Philip that in 2 seasons, BMF done jumped the shark. What the fuck? Lamar walks in. First of all, let's start back to the detectives walked in on that boy's funeral. Ain't no way in the world. Them people in there would have whipped them detectives' ass for doing something like that.
It'd have been a big controversial lawsuit. You can't be coming in there acting like that in no church.
Exactly. And Lamar, first of all, the dog was well, how did the dog was sick because of all the scars and stuff, right, from fighting?
Yeah, he had like internal wounds. And
Oh,
my
okay.
thing, and my thing is with that dog. That dog had a owner that was using that dog to fight. So when Lamar was kicking the owner ass, that dog would have jumped up and attacked Lamar because that's what it was trained to do.
Right. So Lamar walks into the church with a dead dog, and the dog was like the most unrealistic dead dog you will ever see.
What
And he's going against talking about the church and all that stuff.
did he
So
think the church was gonna bring the dog back to life?
I guess. And so Snoop pulls out his gun and told him, "Nigga, get the fuck up out of here." What the fuck? Why didn't somebody with some sense edit that shit out?
Why is Pastor up there preaching and packing like that?
Exactly. Uh-huh. And then he doing all that stuff to Lamar, but he didn't step in when them detectives disrespected that boy's funeral like that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say anything. Now that's when you should have stepped in. I said, "What the fuck is this TV show?" And then Pop. Now Pop goes into he take his old freak to a strip club, and Big Meech, his son, was in there. First of all, you already know you shouldn't have ever went in there.
Right.
Anyway.
So your son is both your sons is running the streets and they're at that age where they can just pop up at any bar, strip club, or whatever. You going to the strip club with the church girl, and y'all supposed to be first of all, you're supposed to be church people, but we know how that is.
Right.
Baloney. But you're in the strip club having the time of your life with your side piece. And it's one thing if you like went out of town or something. You know what I mean? You're right in fucking neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, that was ridiculous. And then the detective. Let's talk about the two detectives kissing and stuff and all that stuff. Why do we need to know this? Why do we need to see this shit?
And the whole time she's supposed to be in the dyke, right?
No, because remember, she say she was a lesbian?
Yes.
Oh, all I know, she said she ain't have any in a while.
Yeah, she was talking about a girl. She's supposed to be a dyke.
Well, she has a pretty face. And I don't know if she was dyeing her hair back then or her hair just got gray like real quick.
Yeah, the gray hair make her look real old.
Yeah, real pretty face. And the detective locking that boy in the trunk. He just locked him in the trunk and like just forgot
For
about
days.
his ass or something. Yeah. Now come on,
that's
now.
crazy.
What type of shit is this?
And if he couldn't get out for days, how he just pop out of the blue like that?
Right. Next season they need a showrunner. They need a better showrunner. How about when the other drug dealer, shooters, did he shoot her in the head?
Yeah.
And then the next party she was there.
Now, me and Shay was arguing about that because I kept saying like he shot her in the head, and Shay kept saying no, he said the hand, and then we kept going back and forth. He said the head, and then the other boy said the head, and she said no, he said the hand. So she kept hearing hand, I kept hearing head, and then obviously she got shot in the head.
Right, because then the next party she's there with bandages on her head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you get shot in your head, you're gonna have some fucking brain damage. You're gonna be in the hospital. You probably be dead.
Right.
You ain't still out and about clubbing.
Right. And my thing is like, why would Meech and Terry go back over there? Because I wouldn't go back over there again because those they're Mexican or Colombian.
Probably Colombian.
Okay, the Colombian guys, you already know they after him because he owed them money. He just said, "Fuck that, I ain't paying you shit."
Yep.
What type of shit is going on in this TV
So
show?
so so that's his plug and his connection, and he pretty much like fuck y'all. I ain't give y'all nothing. Now what y'all gonna do? Knowing they got power like that, you just local in your hood. These motherfuckers coming across the water. You know they can send some goons.
Right, right. Yeah, that didn't make no sense. I wouldn't go back over there. I wouldn't have went back over there because there ain't no need to. For what? You already got what you wanted.
And when he was with that girl over in Colombia, whatever, I said, "Oh, they setting his ass up." And what happened?
Hmm. Oh, and how about when now last week's episode when the girl thought that Terry was cheating and the mom said, "Well, you know what you need to do," and she started taking his stuff. Now I'm thinking that
Mm.
she was gathering his stuff to kick him out, but she takes his stuff to go to a what would you call it? I
Well, see,
want to.
I thought she was taking this stuff to put a wire on there, like she was working with the cops or something, and they're gonna bring it
Hmm.
back. And here she going to see a damn psychic or something.
Right, and then the psychic was like stealing her, stealing stealing the boy's stuff or whatever. What type of shit is in this? Oh, another thing is that damn Lala. What the hell? So she calls Terry and says, "Help me, I'm in trouble," or whatever. So he stops everything he doing that goes and helps her out. Then she talking shit about him, about how he a boy and he ain't grow up and all that stuff and everything, and leaves with him. What type of games are you playing?
Mm-hmm. You got responsibilities. You can't take care of this, but you sitting here got a husband and you got a couple kids.
Right. So I'd have been like, man, I'm done. I'm done dealing with you. And then it was so funny how he had went to the I thought that was a bank at first. Where does Lala work?
It's like a travel agency, ain't it?
Okay, I thought it was a bank.
I thought it was a bank too at first.
And he was
They might be playing around. Hold on. Lala, does she work in a bank or does she work at a travel agency? Lala on the show. 'Cause I thought she was working at the bank. I thought she was too, but now it's like a travel agency. Yeah, Shay confused her. So maybe they just fucking flipped the script on us like we stupid or something.
right, and it was so funny how he was ignoring her and he was talking to the other girl. Oh, and she loved every minute of that one too.
Mm. Oh, she
Lala's
was hating
character.
that shit.
Hmm. Yeah, but shitty episode this week, and they definitely need a showrunner. If I'm the showrunner of that show, there's a whole lot of shit I would cut out. Everybody don't need a damn storyline. Black shows is good at doing that. They'll give everybody some form of storyline. We don't need to see them two detectives kissing. We don't need to see them going over the house and watching karate movies. Why?
We don't need to see half these relationships because why like if Terry a young boy like that getting money, why do he need to mess with another man's wife with that got two kids and that's older than him?
Right.
And then you got the two detectives. We don't need to see their love story blooming or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
They talking about online. They talking about the best act not actor but the best story on the show, and the most famous one is the dad. Everybody clowning him. And then you got my thing is it's like so much bullshit. Maybe they need to talk to Meech or talk to somebody that's actually got some knowledge of the situation, because uh Meech is sharing girls with the enemy. What's his name? Lamar.
Lamar.
They
Right.
they both come and go to this girl house. You know what I mean? One minute
Exactly.
she acting like she's scared of him, the next minute she's not scared of him. And she's
Right.
not, and I don't think she's scared of him. Shay says she is scared of him. I don't think she is. She done pulled a gun out on him. She letting him in the crib. Now she's saying it is your baby after all these years it wasn't your baby. You know, and he
Yep.
caring about the baby. So it's
Hmm.
like if these two guys want to kill each other, but y'all both can let y'all guard down and go over her crib, that makes no sense. All one got to do is just sit out there and wait for the other one to show up.
Yep.
I said this is
Now,
stupid as shit.
does Lamar know that she have a baby by Big Meech?
He got to know, right?
I don't know. He don't bring it up. He don't say anything. I don't know.
I don't know.
They
They don't even show neither one of her kids. So where is the kids?
right? They always act like, oh, they went their grandmama or some shit
Uh,
like that. They need to. There's a lot of shit that needs to be cut out. And like you said, the last time we did this, is they don't even talk about the white lady that's in jail.
right. They
It's
just
just like, oh
let
well.
yep, just let that whole storyline just fall through the cracks. Like we don't know what happened there.
Right. They
And then you
need
got the
to.
mom. Why the mom always surprised every time she find out her son is a drug dealer? Like we in season two now. All this time that passed, you knew from day one what was up, and now you still acting like you so shocked and surprised.
Right. He's a young man and he pulls up to her driveway, her drive through, in a damn Mercedes, right? And then he gave her a whole wad of money. What did she think
Hmm.
he was doing?
And then you got Terry, his baby mom. She takes the kid and bounce, and then she come back in the picture. They're not really messing with each other, but she's still thinking like they're gonna be a family. And
Right.
she talking about I accept what you're doing. You knew what he was doing from the door. Now all of a sudden you want him to get out the game. Like the stories are all over the place.
Right. And well, I did the part like you said. The dad was the best thing. It was funny when Big Meat saw him at the strip club. Then he goes in Terry's room. He's like, oh, "Did you talk to your brother?" He like looking around. Did you talk to your brother?
In a real situation, he'd have said, "Oh shit, Terry, look who's sitting over there in the corner getting a dance."
Yep.
Like, why would you keep that a secret? I'll be
Uh
telling.
huh. Yeah.
I might not
And
tell my mom, but I'm definitely gonna tell Terry.
right. Yeah. I went to I went to the ponytail and give a guess who I seen in there.
Mm.
Dad getting a lap
Well,
dance.
well, I told you back in the day when I saw the preacher from the military and shit. Here he's preaching all the time on base and stuff, telling guys what not to do. Oh, you shouldn't be drinking. He's so righteous and holy, and he was a pastor. I don't know, he probably still is. And all this shit. And then I go in the strip club and guess what I see sitting over there with all the girls, getting lap dances and got girls all hugged up on him. I said, oh shit. I forget his name, but it was let's say his name was Johnson. I said, oh shit, that's Sergeant Johnson. So I went over there and started talking to him, and he, oh man, don't tell nobody, please don't tell nobody. He on that tip, and then
Hmm.
he bounced. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm telling everybody.
Did you
And I
tell
told
her?
everybody on the base that I knew that, and that shit was
That-
funny. He rushed up out of there as soon as he saw me, and I tried to talk to him. He had small talk with me, got the hell up out of there. I had never saw him again in there, but I told everybody that I knew at the base, and they couldn't believe it. And
Damn,
he stopped all that preaching shit too towards us.
shitting on my man, huh? Damn, that was cool. That's
Damn
cold of you.
hypocrite.
Yeah, this show needs to be a lot of fiction. They need to just focus on Meech, and Terry. That's who they need to be focusing on, and that's it. Maybe a little stuff with the mom and dad and the little sister, but it need to be focused on them.
And
That's all.
what's going on at the damn hair salon? Is she tricking back there?
I don't know what the hell. I guess
Because they're not telling us, but they just keep going back there. And then they're not telling us what's going on back there.
right,
And then
right.
she said, and I said she was tricking. Shay said she not. But when she said, "Well, I'm grown," when people say shit like that, you know they doing some shit they
Uh,
ain't supposed to.
right, right. Yeah, they need to. This show is just all over the place, and they need
They
to
need to
just
go to
focus.
Atlanta and forget all these other storylines.
Yes, agreed. Agreed. They already got the connect now. They should just go to Atlanta, and that's it. All right, so let's talk about Married at First Sight. Now we gonna we gonna just talk about. We'll start off with the couples. We'll go down on couples. Now we'll start with Arius and Jasmine. uh that's the beauty queen with the
Hmm.
dogs. So we finally got to see the dogs, and the dogs weren't that bad, but boy, she sure got a lot of them. Now who's taking care of these dogs when she's at
You know,
that
Michelle
apartment?
probably got
Yeah.
somebody.
And so Arius says that he's not really attracted to her like that, and just come to find out that this week that Jasmine is a freak. She want Arius to come and rip her clothes off and make sweet passionate love to
She only said that to Pastor Kyle. She don't really feel that way.
her.
I'm gonna tell you. I think he was into her, and he shot, and he jumped off too early, trying to talk freak shit to her. And when she wasn't into it, he kind of fell back. You know what I mean? So now he playing stupid role, like saying, "Well, she really liked me, but I'm not really attracted to her." Like she's a damn beauty queen. Like what are you talking about? She's a
Mm.
pretty girl and she's a beauty queen.
Well, he said from what he say that he's in the girls with ass like Kirsten.
We talk right. So we talking about freaks, or we talking about a wife? Because if she's your wife, she's gonna put on weight. You know what I mean? She's gonna have some kids. Like
Exactly.
she's a slim young girl right now, and you talking about you want a wife with a big ass? It don't make no sense.
Right.
Like I said,
I
he wanted to hit early. When it didn't happen, now he feeling some type of way about it. He's a sucker.
well, I agree with you because Jasmine is the perfect figure for a wife. Because, like you
She's
said,
the only small one on the show. Everybody else is big.
right, she going to have kids, and obviously she's going to get big. So that's what you want. She's going to gain weight. Now, I'm not
What
saying big. I'm
what beauty
sorry, I take
queen
it
you
back.
gonna find with a big old ass?
Exactly. I agree. Mm-hmm.
They should have he should have got the other girl. I mean, it
Cursing.
wouldn't have worked out, but at least he would have had a girl with a big butt.
Oh,
And then my,
cursing.
yeah, and then my man, what's his name, Shaq. Shaq could have had her, and her and Shaq might have made it work.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go to Christopher and Nicole. Nicole is the girl that you said that looks like the
The doctor,
yeah.
the
And
doctor, but on steroids.
so what did Christopher say to her, that we'll just like stay married but we'll just be separate? What did he say to her?
No, well, he said we're going to renew our leases for like 9 months after the show is over. His
Dude,
lease runs out. His lease runs out before hers. He was saying like, I don't want to like not renew it and then have nowhere to go and we be homeless or whatever. Like, first off, ain't nobody homeless. Y'all adults, y'all got a job. You can just get a lease anytime you want.
yes.
So that's like kind of like a red flag. You want the show to end and you still want to have your own place while y'all figure out where y'all want to live. Like,
Okay.
no, if the thing is, if y'all working it out and y'all really love each other and y'all say yes, okay, your lease ends. You stay with her for the last 3 months while and y'all get a place together,
Right.
or you get a place long term and she let her lease run out and then she move in with you, or y'all get a place together, but she still have hers for that last 3 months or whatever, and then y'all get it together. But to say let's renew our lease for another 9 months, whatever, he's on some he's on some bullshit. He's like one of them slick manipulative type dudes.
Right, but see, he's like nice acting, so
Right.
you won't get that from him. But my thing is, why didn't say that to the pastor?
And she wanted to, but she's scared right now. She's scared because she don't want to upset him. He's like one of them sensitive, fake sensitive, passive aggressive types. Because he
Hmm.
sat out there crying, knowing she was going to come out there sooner or later to see him, and that was some good acting on his part. Because she fell right for the okie doke. She
Right.
should have. What she should have did was like, you need to find somebody in your family to take one of your dogs, and I'm gonna bring my dog. So that way y'all both got a dog in there. And he's sitting there crying, "Oh, my dogs, I can't have them to snap." Like, cut it out, dude. The same
Hmm.
way she got her dad to watch her one dog, he could have got somebody to watch his one dog. Where he could have put both dogs in the what you call it, the doggy daycare, whatever they call that shit.
Right.
But to me, fair. Shay said it wasn't. But to me, fair is she bring her dog, you bring one of your dogs, not you bring both your dogs, and my dog got to be housed for the next couple months.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. And then if he did the doggy daycare thing, he could have just switched the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like one week this dog stayed with us,
Yep.
the next week the other dog stays with us.
Yeah. So he's full of shit. He probably don't really like her, but he like what he can get out of her. But she's psycho too. But she's being nice right now. But you see how she was holding the picture up, snapping at the camera. This is the picture you want, but you want us to stay together. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn, girl, your craziness is coming out.
Well, she already crazy anyway because she let the dude
Putting
burn her with a
cigarettes out
cigarette.
on her
Right.
and shit.
Next couple is Clint and Gina. Gina is the one with the big lips, and Clint is the guy with that she always getting on because he has red hair. What happened with them this week? I don't remember.
He apologized again.
Oh
And
yeah,
if
yeah,
I was
yeah.
if I was him, I would have never apologized
Me
because
neither, because he didn't say
she
anything
still has
wrong.
she started that shit and she still hasn't apologized. So she
Right.
can say all this crazy shit about gingers. As soon as he say something about his past relationships with girls was slimmer, now she all of a sudden he called her fat. He never said she was fat. He said his past relationships was
Mm-hmm.
athletic and slimmer. So she's saying she go to the gym every day and she's athletic or athlete or whatever. Just
And
because you
then
go to
she
the gym, you're
say,
not an athlete.
yeah. And then she said, "Well, I probably can do better than you." And what she say in the gym or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
she's
see,
full.
my thing is people will take one word that somebody
Mm-hmm.
say and they'll like expand it. But he said, okay, he said he dated athletic women. He didn't say that she was well, I don't
Right.
date fat asses. He didn't say,
Right.
he just
So
said he
that's why I
just
said
dated athletic
they
women.
took it and ran with it the wrong way. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
why I wouldn't apologize because I'm not lying if I'm saying my past relationships was athletic women that was slimmer.
Hmm.
I'm not calling you fat, but they were slimmer than you. That's not a lie.
Exactly.
So for
I don't
all man, now everybody get offended and stuff. It's whatever.
right.
You offended because it must hurt. You think he talking about you?
Dex is Matt and Dominique. Dominique is the biracial young lady. She plays a lot of young girl games.
AKA the gold digger.
Yeah, she plays a lot of young girl games. So and then she said that she sees something wrong with him staying in the basement. She wouldn't mind if he had an apartment with roommates. Did she say something like? And he said, "Well, look, I'd rather live in the basement and be by myself."
She said something like apartment with 4 roommates would be better living in the basement. No, it
Right.
wouldn't.
Right.
And my thing is, and me and Shay was talking about this too, because she said she would probably have a problem with that too. And I said, but he's a single guy with no kids. So
Right.
if he got a good job and he's living at home with his mom or in the basement renting out a crib from his homeboy, what's the big deal? He's stacking paper, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And people online were saying he's probably a plant and he probably do really got a lot of money because he up and moved right to that city just to be on the show. So
Right.
you got to have money to be able to do that first off.
Hmm. Um, I think didn't he say in the car that he was like working in cannabis?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
So.
he was. I don't know if that's what he still do, but I think he had a shop or something. He was like
Right.
into that heavy, so he got money. They trying to play it off like he's broke, and she's taking it the wrong way, saying, "Oh, he's broke. I want a guy more established than that." Do she got a job? Like, what does she do besides me, older guy that she expect to be established? Earn her mom on some slick shit.
Yeah, ladies got to understand that men don't care. We don't have to live in a big old fancy apartment or something like that. If he's content of being like you said, he's single, he don't have any kids. If he's content on living in that basement, well, it's fine with it. It was a nice setup to me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see anything wrong with it.
Nope. So and that's what me and Shay was talking about because I said it's one thing if he got kids and all this shit and he living at home or in the basement, but if you don't got no kids and you just chilling, like it is what it is. That don't mean like you don't plan for the future or nothing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so for her to not the dog his basement crib out and then get mad because he's not walking around your crib looking at your crib, you don't care about that shit.
Yeah, men don't care. Men don't care where you live. Ain't no man content on like looking around and looking through your shit and all that stuff. That's female stuff. Why do I want to look around and her? Yeah, well, you ain't look around. Like, what was she supposed to like jump, like skip in every room or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
And so she got mad at that. So that was already in her mind that they wasted Mac time of getting all her shit to come over there, and she didn't want to move over there from the jump
Right.
anyway.
And that's what I said. I said I wouldn't help her bring. I would help you bring this shit up here, and since you're not staying, you can find somebody else to help you bring this shit downstairs.
Me too. Cause I'm like, if I'm Mac, I'm like, well, look, if she's not living here, then why am I here? I might as well go
And
back to my basement.
exactly. So you're on this show to get married at first sight. You're married now. You need to try to make it at least try to make it work. So why do you not want to move in? You know what I mean?
Right. Oh,
And
cause he's
they
not a.
said they said all of the apartments that they give them have 2 rooms. Like you don't have to sleep in the same bed, but at least y'all still there to like get to know each other and figure out the kinks and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. And he's not. Dominique doesn't like Mac because he's not adventurous.
Even though he did all the shit that you wanted him to do.
Right. last but not least is Shaquille and Kristen. Shaquille got on Kristen. Oh, Kristen is the one with the big ass, as we just mentioned. Shaquille is the bald headed man. Kirsten also doesn't like black men, and we'll get to that one later. But Shaquille got on Kristen because she didn't have any pictures or anything in her apartment. I'm like, well, shit, I didn't have pictures in my apartment either.
Yeah, but that's different for a guy. Girls be having shit. Even Shay said something about that.
No,
Like
but
we
okay, go ahead, finish.
I was gonna say, like us as guys, we don't care about shit like that, but girls do care about this shit. They like to make their home like the comfort home. They like to have pictures and reminders and all these little knickknacks around. We don't care for all that shit. So for her to not have all that shit up there like that, it almost made me believe like, and she's in a real estate. This is just some abandoned apartment that she's trying to sell that she made it seem like it's hers. You ain't see a lick of anything that resembles like somebody live here. Not even a nightstand next to the bed they were talking about online.
Okay, so suppose in her mind that let's just say she's in her 30s, right? 31.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I can't say she's all that young. Okay, but let's just say that okay, this is her apartment. Let's just say she only got like a year lease, and she said, "Well, look, I'm gonna stack my money, and when this lease end, before this lease end, I want to find me a home. But for now, I'm not going to put any pictures or none of that shit up in there because I'm
Nah,
gonna
I don't.
spend
I
that."
ain't buying that.
Okay,
Not for no female.
okay,
And a lot. And when I say that, I on Reddit, I do the married at first sight the feed, so I can hear what people saying. And a lot of people are saying the same shit that I was saying. Like a lot of females are saying like they don't think she lived there, and how
hmm
come she don't have anything that makes it seem like she lived there? It's probably a crib that she's trying to rent out or sell, whatever that she have access to. And she's saying, "Is okay, this is mine." You didn't see like no fucking sneakers on the floor or nothing like that. I mean, the
She,
closet, everything was
yeah,
piled up in the closet.
yeah, she had stuff in the
But that's the
closet.
only thing that's the only thing where she just put stuff in the closet. Nowhere else you seen stuff. You ain't even see a damn dish rack in the kitchen or nothing.
So Kirsten tells Pastor that she's not really attractive to Shaquille. So should Shaquille just give up?
Shaquille's he's a nut because yes, he should. Like, why is you still trying? She already said it what it was. Here, you might hold her hand or go get a kiss on the forehead, but that's it. You still ain't kiss her. She still ain't showing you no love. But y'all having good times and she digging your ass because you got corny jokes.
Yeah. So any other TV shows you looked at?
Um, None I can think of. Like I said, I just watched Harlem, Godfather of Harlem.
Hmm.
Shay watch Love After Lockup or whatever that crazy show is. She watches that one. You should probably watch it because you should see the way these couples react with each other. The girl got to be about 300 pounds, and my man about buck 60.
Dale, are you caught up on The Last of Us?
Yes. Now, did my man die?
Who?
The what's his name? Joel.
No, he didn't die. He
Uh,
was just shot and going through it.
he fell off the horse, and she's shaking him, crying, and all this. And I know people were saying like, well, this is the story of the the video game where she's supposed to link up with that other girl, whatever. And I didn't see him on the previews. They showed the other girl.
Right. Right. So he's on The Last of Us, and Mandalorian is starting on Wednesday. So my man got two shows going on at the same time. How
Getting that
great is
dough.
that? Exactly. How great is that?
Yep.
Anything else for the TV front?
Mm-mm.
Uh
Let me see if there's anything else I watched. No, I watched the what's the name last night? The fight, the Floyd fight.
huh.
That's what I was asking you. Was it did he make a good payday off it? It was only $30 on Zeus Network,
Right.
but we wanted to see the undercard with the two girls, and we watched the previews. Tommy be talking all this shit, and she got clocked right upside her head.
Who's Tommy?
The girl from I guess she was on like Love and Hip Hop or Love
Don't
and
tell
Duck,
me
one of those
she
type
was
of shows.
fighting. She was
Huh?
fighting. She was
Her and
fighting on
Natalie
it.
Lund was on the undercard,
Oh, Natalie
and
is the big chin.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and she got real big too, by the way. And Tommy's still
Heavy.
skinny, and
She's
she was tearing her ass up. It was a bullshit fight, not worth watching. I mean, I watched it on Twitter because I missed
mhm,
the undercard.
right.
But then the girl's in the corner. Tommy's in the corner. She's supposed to come out when the next round start. She just lays on the ground like she don't want to get up. So then when the refs called the fight, she like, no, I want to fight now. Now she ready to fight.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
then Natalie's they taking her gloves off, and Tommy's still trying to fight. Like, no, you didn't want to come out the corner. You dived on the ground. She did like two stupid joints like that. The first time she just laid on the ground when she wouldn't come out the corner. Then another time she did something else. And then they said, oh, well, the ref called the fight. And then she all up in the ref face mad because he stopped the fight. The fight was I think it was only 3 rounds or 4 rounds, and she only made it 1 round.
yeah, that was a way for her to get out of the fight. But then acting like she want to fight. No, no, don't
Right.
stop it. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
the way to back out of the fight. Anything else?
Nah, I can't think of nothing at the moment.
What about any movies?
Did I see any movies? I don't think I watched any movies. I watched the TV show Servant. I don't know if you watched that. It's
No,
M Night Shyamalan, and they made it in Philly.
pass.
The first season,
if he did it, a
I guess it's like
pass.
on season 3 or 4 right now. The first season was good, but after a while, like these movies, they just start dragging out, and TV shows get to
Right.
drag out, and then stories start to get lame or whatever. But when they first
Uh,
introduced it, it was kind of decent.
so you're not liking this season? That's what you're saying?
Well, they showed us a lot of shit last episode. It was actually a good episode because they pieced together a lot of shit. They made it seem like this girl got powers, but then the guy come out saying she don't really got no powers. It's all illusion. And he started explaining like all the slick shit that she was doing to make it seem like she had powers.
Hmm.
So it was a good episode. I give it that. But the show overall is like took a nosedive.
Oh,
But I
oh,
still watch it because I feel like I'm invested to see how this shit ends.
Okay, now what about that M. Night Shyamalan movie? Are you gonna look at that?
Which one is that?
It just came out. I'm not really sure the name of it.
Well, I don't know what it is, so I
Is
guess.
that's the one with Batista? Is Batista in it? And you got to kill somebody for like life to go on or something like that. You have to kill a relative or something. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I gotta look and see what you're talking about because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. Uh, any no, that's it with the no
I ain't really
movies, right?
got nothing.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't watched any movies or anything either. So yeah. Well, all right. Thank you for movies and TV. It wasn't a movie. It was just a TV reviews.
Hmm.
You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at PLL Judgementals,
Hey, yo,
Instagram
man,
at
it's your
Del2
time.
underscores
And
Judgementals, or
fuck
you can
poverty.
email us at pnljudgementals at
This money,
gmail.com.
man.
So, all right,
You gotta
Phil.
do, you know what I'm saying?
All
This
right,
shit
y'all.
real.
I can tell
Peace.
you're mad at me just by how your face look. You can check the status on my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, woke that, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. No wonder